Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the currency game. So, I thought I would um, go over where the charts are for Bitcoin, Ethereum, my latest trades on Bunk, and where are we headed? Where could we possibly be headed with Bitcoin, Ethereum? Might even look at Solana, look at XLM, XRP. So we got a lot of charts to cover, so I'm gonna just go into it. So first, we're looking at Bitcoin. So I'm gonna go to the daily so we can get a little bit of a, maybe I go back to the 4 hour. So I showed this chart on the last video, and I was showing how I use parallel trend lines, or parallel channels for my trend lines. So this is showing that upward, trend, right? And then you have this pullback right here, right? And we was trying to figure out whether or not we were coming below this pullback, right? So let me get rid of this. All right. So, and I was saying in the last video is that I had an alert below this last low. See if we're going to bounce and keep going high. I'm also looking at an alert at this 50% level, because that could be resistance. If we can make it past there, it could probably go up to the 61, bounce on top of the 50% level, and then make its way up, back to at a high of maybe even up to 78% level. That would be my next area of looking at resistance. If we are able to get past there and come out of here, out of this resistance area, which is this pink area right here, I would say target between 130. I would be, for me, I can't tell you guys what to do, but I would be targeting, looking at a target of 130, between 130 and 138 for Bitcoin. And I want you guys, whoever watches these videos, to learn to do this yourself, right? Because don't be dependent upon someone else for charting. When you look at someone else's chart, it should be either some type of confirmation of what you've already done, or maybe a different viewpoint of what you've already done on your chart. The way I've already gone over the way how I set my chart up, if you can go back, and I actually might put a link to the video of how I do this so that I don't have to keep doing this over and over. And you can view that video. I go from the weekly and work my way down, and that's how I end up with these parallel channels. It might be too much for some people, but for me, it basically makes it very, very simple. It makes it very simple for me to be able to just look from my phone to see where I'm at. I don't have to stare at the chart all day long. I just set it up, and then once I get ready to enter a trade, I know exactly where I need to enter it at, and I know my risk, and that's it. It keeps it very simple. It might look complicated, but it's not that complicated. If you look at that video, you'll see that it's very simple process. So, but that is it for Bitcoin. So now let's go to let me just go straight down. Bunk. So Bunk pretty much moves with Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep this. And I know it looks like a lot. I'm sorry. But basically what I'm doing here is I have this top parallel trend line, and then I have this bottom one going down here, and where it's basically you see a bunch of, like, if I come out, like, I probably could get rid of this for right now. So you see where it's, because if you look at the chart, it really hasn't had a lot of data, because Bunk is a meme coin, and it's pretty much been kind of like going, up, down, up, down, up. It doesn't really have like a linear type trend to it. It's almost like the whole chart is a big consolidation. So, but anyway, and then this parallel is basically where it has been pulling back down, right? And so I just been kind of putting that downward trend in a channel, and it's starting to a little bit break out of that. It doesn't mean that we're out of the waters. It's just showing me, hey, we made a higher low down here at the bottom, right? Like, and right here. So you basically, have a higher, these are the lows, but this low is higher than this low. That's what I mean by higher low. All right, so let me get rid of that. And we go to the hourly. Bunk is, let me go to the 15-minute. Yeah. All right, so I have somewhat of a minor fib from this peak here to this low right here. We passed the 50%. We made it bounce right here. This was, I'm in this trade right now. I'm gonna see how it reacts to the 50%. Usually when I'm in a trade, I go all the way down to my 2-minute. Now, and sometimes what I'll do is hide some of these so that it's not in the way, but I'm not gonna hide it because I wanna see when it bounces, is it going below this, which is okay if it does, but I just want to see how it reacts to this line right here that's going diagonal. So that's why I'm keeping it. And I'm not gonna do it for you guys' sake, but I would, if I'm in a trade, I do another parallel as I'm doing it, because it helps me know, are we still trending up? So like, this is what I would be doing. I took it off before I got here, before I started recording, because I didn't want to mess you guys up. So I'm gonna take this off. All right, so and what I would do is, for this channel, I don't want to see it on the higher time frames, so I want current and below, which is be on the 2-minute and the 1-minute, and I want an alert on there once it enters that channel, right? So I'm not gonna come out the trade yet. I could have went ahead and came out and then got back in, but since it's already left this area, I'm not gonna come out right yet. So I didn't even put in the long. little position on the chart. I'm not worried about it. I know what I entered in. Once I saw this bounce down here, I was like right above this last little peak, which was yesterday around 10 o'clock yesterday morning. So if I were to put it, I don't know the exact price I put in. I can look it up on Coinbase, but I have my right there. It's below 2% risk. So far we're a little bit above almost 6%, right? So we're just going to, let's say it comes down to this, right? We're going to see how it bounces up, and then we'll determine whether if it's a continuation or are we pretty much, done. So that's it for Bunk. And I have alert set. Basically, I probably want to move this alert up to right below this 50% level. $25.30. Okay. All right. So that's it for Bonk. Now let me go to Ethereum real quick. It's definitely making headway. Let's go up to the higher time frame. Yep, it bypassed that parallel. And where are we headed for Ethereum? I have not updated this chart because I'm not in the trade for Ethereum. I think we definitely could see, there's the 127, what is, I don't see it, let me do this. Next resistance area is for sure, why do I have resistance right there? Weekly. Oh, that was the high. Why is that not? Okay. All right. So, wow. 10,000 at 161. Ooh, that looks interesting. Might want to think about Ethereum. Let it come down some though. I might be too late. Y'all know Ethereum was my first crypto that I bought in hell. So I bought it $90. So, but anyway, let's look at, okay, so let's make its way down some, boop, 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 yes, make your way down a little something. So let's move this alert up. Let's see if you can come back to at least down to here. And we might consider you. We're going to look at 37, 38. All right. Let's see what you can do. And just come down some. And we're just gonna watch you, because let's just look at your potential. Goodness, let's see. Let's say if this was the low right here at the 50% level. Not saying that it is. Just a hypothetical. All right. First the 127. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna keep an eye on Ethereum for sure. Now let's go to XRP, see what we got going on over there. Just keeping an eye on, can it not fall through this lower channel right here. And I am going to put a top parallel for this. Okay, so just want to see how it reacts to this resistance area right here. And if we're breaking out, we're meeting more resistance right up in here. It's not the but let's say we break out of it all together. .4% at the 127, 70% at the 161. I think Ethereum is a better deal. Well, that's XRP. Let's look at XLM. Get rid of that. So XLM has kind of broken out of this downward trend right here, and I'm using these black what do you call it, rays, horizontal rays for alerts. 35% to 127, 23 at the 100% level, 54 at the 161. I think Ethereum is a better deal. Depends on how fast Ethereum can move. But I'm more interested in Ethereum as a potential candidate. Once I get out of this bunk trade, because this bunk $168, 127, still not bad. I think Ethereum still is going to have more volume and for trading. So yeah, I think once I get a little bit of profit out of this and Ethereum meets my criteria as far as a good buy area, I think I will switch over from bunk to Ethereum. And of course, long term is always for me is Bitcoin. Let me see what Solana real quick is doing. Make it down here. Still within this trend, hasn't broken out yet, or if it is, I don't know. I'm gonna move this alert to above here, because I want to know when it breaks out. 182. Like 7, 8. And that's it. Because I'm not really interested in trading it. I just want to know when it breaks out to know that people are going to be using it for meme coins. And that's pretty much it. So that will do it for today. And let me know if you have any comments or questions in the comments. Thanks. Bye-bye.